Before this new Reinhardt meta, this had got to be by far one of my most hated teams in the entire game, and no, not because I couldn't run it, but because of how annoying it is to deal with. Now, I am using the Ragnarok Barn in the back just for a little bit of extra CC. I felt like, why not, we might as well go all out in the CC this video, since, I mean, if looking at the units in this team, you can get some really, really strong picks. I'm thinking I'm going to hold those breath. I mean, it's not like they have any ult control or anything like that anyways. Also, look at the amount of pierce damage you can do even with a HP defense melee. That is absurd, and especially if you have this guy at 4, 5, or 6, 6. His ultimate's probably going to be one-tapping regardless. The fact that it removes buffs and stances, which removes your opponent's ways of kind of defending themselves from the ultimate. Man, what a good character, that's for sure. Yeah, he does have the Pulverize, the card which can ult remove, so we do still have to deal with that, but that should be fun. And one of the main reasons why I couldn't use this team previously was not only did I only have a 2-6 DN, but I also had a 2-6 red Tarmiel. Now, they are both 6-6, which definitely helps my case, but let's see, I wonder if you just try and go for this play here. Try and get as much damage out of his DN as possible. It's definitely hard to out DPS a DN's defense, but we'll see what we can do. And Melee has no buffs on him whatsoever, HP defense. I mean, not terrible. I just figure we might as well try and get her really low whilst she hasn't got her ultimate, because next turn is going to be a whole different game. And he hadn't used any pulverized cards, so no point in me going for a melee ultimate. Something like I could get lucky and get a merger, but there was no way that was happening. There we go, Breath of Bless again. We of course have the pulverized card we can use on his DN as well. I mean, in saying that, as long as DN can tank this one here, we can go 1, oh no, we can't get melee ultimate, and that's really annoying. I might have misplayed this match. You see, it's not often, well, I've pretty much never used this team, so definitely going to be getting used to it in this one. It would have helped if I had that green Queen Shot Melon as a backline unit as well. That would have allowed us to actually go for the play I wanted this turn. Melee would have had that extra ult gauge to deal with getting that ultimate. Okay. I only have to deal with the Margaret ultimate. I feel like she's beefy enough at this point to go ahead and take that one. The Margaret's going to be guaranteed to crit, but if he doesn't have any pulverized cards either, we might just be able to throw all this damage back at him with the Quell ultimate. Level 2 stance, she should be fairly tanky, right? Insane. Once again, have not used this DN in so long, probably since their release. Yeah, there's that card there. We get the merger. Let's go. That's so good. Let's see, first time using 6/6 DN. I just hope she survives this card here. Please, please come through and take that for us. Oh, we weren't even close either, man. That is so much damage. DN's back to full HP. Yeah, I kind of don't think we have a chance of killing DN in this one. I might go ahead and stop showing off the CC in this next match, because I mean, ideally we want to go second as well, because especially if against a really nice card draw, we could probably get 2 ultimates in that first turn. Let's see, we can go 1, 2, and once again, no like dissolve cards, nothing like that. I might just go ahead and chuck out that Pierce guard, just get some good damage off in the first turn. Now he is using the green Sariel, so I really would have liked to have gotten maybe just a bit more damage out before he can get that counter up, but in saying that, we can probably just spend this next turn moving Meliodas cards, get his ultimate and one-tap everyone. I'm just not too sure how to play this team, but I'm sure we'll get it by the end of the video, right? I mean, especially when Sariel puts up that counter, you don't really want to be attacking anyways, so could imagine. Does this go for, yeah, that's a 2-turn stance, which is going to save us big time. Them finally adding 2-turn stances to level 1 characters is such a big thing. I remember when we were getting our initial, I'm going to have to throw out a melee card just in order to create enough room to get that ultimate. That's annoying, but I suppose it's what we got to do. Melee end up going back to full HP, or at least getting all of the, most of the HP he lost there from the lifesteal. Okay, perfect. So now we throw off, and we'll see if the HP defense melee can go ahead and one-tap everyone. Block effect on Margaret, so it wasn't going to do much anyways. See, I think melee here is only 5/6, which it's basically 6/6. I'll go ahead and buy 6 dupe whenever they want to go ahead and release him for coins, because I have an absolute insane amount of coins, but when it comes to playing the new unit, I can never, ever get to see what I want. Breath of Bliss, go for the melee ultimate. What a sick animation as well. Wow, and we have people survive. I mean, that's basically enough for Margaret to go ahead and finish everyone off. It'll still win us the match, throwing that out. Man, if we would have had 6/6 though, Would have been so much more satisfying. I would really like to come up against the Demon team as well, because I feel like the DN, even with TARMIEL Grace, can get kind of carved up against the Esterosis, because once you get Encroach out, it's really hard for pretty much any unit to try and survive against something like that. Let's go 1, 2, and 3. I mean, we could also take this team another level and go for the ult food as well, but I like the security of CC food, because I don't know, maybe I'm not good at giving up CC food. I'll use unknown teams where the majority of the time they are really good with evasion food, but I don't know, I just hate to give up the CC food, and a lot of the time I end up investing in too many units to have one single team be super high CC, which, I mean, this team is an exception, of course, but I don't know, I still feel like my teams end up being fairly low CC, especially to what you see some other content creators have 360, 370, even 380 on some of their main teams. That is crazy. That is pretty much maxed out, but no ult control on this team either, so we can go 1, 2, and I mean, I might just go ahead and throw out the AoE instead. That should be enough to get rid of the Trader Melee, I could imagine. Amplify card go. Amplified card doesn't go, bro, on HP defense. I keep forgetting we did that. But surely his ultimate will finish him off here. And he should hopefully have the Elizabeth passive maxed out, so might make him just a little bit tankier. And in the comments section down below, let me know what kind of teams you'd like to see me run over the next week, because, I mean, I will still go ahead and show off some of the Merlin teams I have to show, but I do have a couple days where I probably might not have any showcases. Might revisit some older units, something like that. Let's go 1, 2, and then I guess we'll just throw out the AoE card as well. Surely melee, right? Surely you finish this one off? I mean, he doesn't have a crazy amount of those single target buffs. We'll see, surely, right? Trader melee? Yeah, perfect. And our first unknown team. Damn, definitely getting a lot closer with that CC. That is really nice for us though. Full green, we could have, maybe try and get our Diane. If we get another pulverized card in this next turn, that'd be great. We'll still go for the taunt turn 1, even though I don't feel like there's anything he can do that's crazily good. Actually, that might have been a misplay. We should have gone for the Breath of Bless before the Hijack Gotha gets his debuff card out. That's alright though, we should still be fine. Yeah, getting an extra one of these pulverized cards should make us good. The Gotha also has pulverize, which, I mean, at that point you kind of can't do anything about, so maybe going for melee instead might be the go. Yeah, you can definitely see him chucking out. Maybe infect Sever, and then, although he probably wants to build up his Merlin instead. Did he end up going for the ultimate? I wish you could see their ult gauge when doing the animations, but that kind of wouldn't make sense. Okay, so I didn't end up going for the Merlin ultimate, which is good for us. Yeah, it definitely takes her a little bit to build up as well, I've found. Kind of like the Bloody Ellie team. And no... Oh, so that does have Dissolve. That's really annoying. Let's see. We could try and get rid of you. Just spam single target cards, because at least this way we're building up the second part of the melee passive, and as long as Diane keeps taking hits, especially by turn 3 and turn 4, she'll be doing a lot more damage than Trader Melee with those single target cards. When she's fully built up, I would easily say she is, not even arguably, she's easily better than Trader Melee in PvP once she's fully built up, because you have Tarmiel Grace, she can't die, single target cards, remove ultimate gauge, and do 200, 300,000 damage. She's a really, really good unit. It was so underrated. Oh my. Oh. What is their Merlin, dude? What was that damage? Has he got another AoE card that will just end up killing us? I mean, some really good heal back on the DN there. I mean, I'd kind of like to see what kind of damage his Merlin could do. I'm guessing that's due to the Holy Relic. Man, I'm definitely gonna have to try her out with that. That was crazy good. Let's go for those two there. So she's got quite a few of those grey buffs now. Let's see, can we one-tap Gotha? No one-tap on Gotha. Ouch, that's right. I still really want to see what this guy's Merlin can do when it comes to damage on our side. I mean, granted, you don't actually get to see the damage numbers, which is a little annoying. Oh. I mean, she's only going to be attacking 2 people now, so we might as well get on to a final match. And we'll throw on the ultimate food for this final one. Coming up against the Barn. Is this the only Barn team we've found in today's video? I mean, I'm definitely not complaining. Let's see. Thinking we go for the Margaret ultimate here regardless. Go for the Margaret ultimate, one tap his Arthur, and then it's kind of just dealing with the other two, which is still really difficult. Getting rid of Arthur, there's still so many threats on the team, and Twiggo ends up coming to the front with his Holy Relic, so you not only have to deal with the 2 of them, but you have to go ahead and DPS through Twiggo, which isn't the hardest thing in the world, but can definitely be annoying. Yeah, there's no way he doesn't go for Nameless Dance here. There it is. And depending on, I do really like it when it's definitely not the optimal play to run Barn Team. For some reason, I've seen a lot of people use evasion food, which you end up losing a lot of damage, your units aren't as tanky, and a lot of the time people's first card will be something like a dissolve card or maybe an infect card, which although stopping an infect card as the Barn Team is pretty good, I don't know, man, probably not the greatest play in the world. Let's see, 1, 2, and I have a lot of confidence that, I mean, surely Margaret will be able to kill Arthur and won't just end up attacking into him with the DN single target. Perfect, nice. 550,000 damage from her. Block the effects there with the Margaret, and then should be able to finish things off with DN's ultimate, I pray. We have another Breath of Blast card to kind of perfect. What a good way to finish things off. 6/6 DN ultimate. Has only died, what, I think once this video, and that was due to the Merlin having some crazy damage. We ended up forfeiting before we even got to the point where we died. And as long as Reinhardt doesn't get immortality, he does have the stat increase. Let's go for this, and I mean, we either win or we lose. It's the Barn Team. It's such a 50-50, but hey, if we end up losing, it's more reason for me to absolutely hate that unit, man. Please give us a good blue unknown unit. I mean, how are we supposed to win that? We played perfectly, and you still inevitably lose to Reinhardt Barn. But anyways, that just about does it for today's video. Man, I feel like the end as well. I feel like, does she have any good skins? Because, I mean, she definitely has good skins. I feel like her best one's definitely yeah, this one here looks so nice, I know. But, I don't know, she has definitely really good ones, but none that I would consider a definitive best other than this one here. But pretty much no one has access to that. But once again, that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If so, please hit like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.